Alright, greetings everyone. If there's anybody in here tonight, I don't know that there is yet, but greetings nonetheless. It has been a little bit of a minute since I've been on here. Just kind of the way it goes. I have a less than stellar schedule. It could be more dedicated, but sometimes I just like to be a viewer. Sometimes, not all the time. Today we are going to be playing a little bit of Mega Man 5, I would definitely say one of my favorites. 3 and 5 tended to be my favorite. I think 3 mostly because that was the one that I had fun doing the codes, like you may have seen in a previous game. Really love doing that. Maybe I'll do a run through that again at some point. But number 5 was actually, I believe it was the first one that I owned. I might have owned number 1 first, but I was pretty sure it was 5. Just kind of one that sticks out in my heart. They kind of upgraded the Mega Buster in this one. It was really nice, so we're just going to dive right on in. Do a little bit of Stone Man. This one also had the really annoying little hard hat guys that fired out the little teeny hard hat guys. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was the kind of like you might be able to see over on the border there. This was the first appearance of Beady Bird. You had to collect all the letters to be able to acquire Beat, who would go and destroy your enemies for you, etc., etc. You just had to get him. Can't remember how many pieces there were before you could actually acquire him, but oh, getting hurt. This was a goodie. This is my first time playing through trying to use the Mega Man Legacy version of this. I'm just used to the good old OG Nintendo. Uh-oh. I remember right here specifically, my TV really sucked back in the day. I wasn't actually able to see the ladder down there. And I think this is the first to ever have and introduce the Mega Tank, which I can't remember if they kept in number 6 or not. The Mega Tank was always nice because I think you only got to have one of them, and it would allow you to fill up not only your health, but all your weapon energy as well, making that super nice. Always get a little bit of Mega Man nostalgic history with your A32 Mega Man gaming. Can't go wrong with that. Other than this, I don't know, it's been pretty tame. Spent the last couple of nights using Movie Pass. Oh shoot, I just used my Mega Tank. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well. I'll just have to be awesome then. I don't rely on it very little. Ooh! Anybody else catching the irony of me saying that I needed to be awesome right there and then completely botching that? That was not lost on me. To playing this on a PlayStation controller too. So used to that. So used to the Nintendo controller for this. It almost seems like I don't have the jump and shoot quite down. Let's see. Give me something good, Hetty. I said something good. Can't even use that yet. I don't have any weapons to use it on. Although I did have the rush coil. Quiet you. At some point I hope to have friend Dan back with me so we can bring you another probably do some more whatever you call it. Mario, Super Mario World. See if we can proceed through that and do a little better. Maybe get some more of the Star World completed so that we can move on to all those funny named levels like Tubular and the likes. Man, let's do it. I actually kind of suspected that when he landed it would make my Mega Man freeze almost in the same way that Hardman did in Mega Man 3. It's not the case. I don't know if maybe it's just because I played this game so much when I was younger. Like, this one never even seemed all that hard to me for, like, bosses. Or maybe it's just him. I guess Crystal Man kind of sucked. Gyro Man wasn't always the easiest person to pin down. Well, if he didn't have his weakness. If you went up and faced Gravity Man first, it was pretty much a cinch. Press the gravity hold enough times, and ta-da! You got Power Stone. Not to be confused with Power Stoned, which is a completely different thing, which I can't fully condone. I don't know, never tried it myself, never seen. I don't know, that was just never my thing, I guess. Fun facts about Adna. They're talking to himself. My wife is probably extremely sick of this music. This music wakes me up in the morning because I downloaded the music to my phone, so she hears Crash Man music on all the time coming on. Not just Crash Man. It cycles like all the way through like the original 6, I think. At least the original 5. Oh. I didn't even notice that the Legacy version had a default, like, Turbo Blast. Handy. Darn Mousy. Death to Mousy. Rush Coil. I can't remember if number 4 had a different style rush core or not. Right off the top of my head, I was pretty sure it was about the same as what it was in number 3 though. But in this version they upgraded it so it almost kind of gave you like this nifty double jump, because Rush was a platform himself that would jump into the air and then you could jump off of him and turn. I remember him being more difficult when I was a child. Power Stone. Give it to him. Oops. One more ought to do. 2 more ought to do. Ooh! Getting a hair too close for comfort for me. Tagless person! Welcome, sir! Or ma'am. One of the two. We'd like to include all. How are you doing tonight? Oops. I'm pretty sure I just hit continue. Can I exit out of the stage? Nope, I can... Uh-oh. Wait, no, I think I just saved it. How many lives do we have? 4. That'd be a shame to lose. Even bigger shame to lose 5. Oh well. Gender ambiguous, nice. How am I to know whether to call you a sir or ma'am them? Difficult decisions. I'll figure out something. I am good, how are you? I am doing pretty good. It's been a while since I've been streaming, so I figured I would get on here, do a little bit of retro fun. One of my favorite games here, Mega Man 5. Used to play a lot of this when I was younger. Did you ever pick up the title? Tinker around with it, beat it, etc., etc.? Never a Mega Man kid. Ah, that's a shame. It was pretty much like my go-to title. In fact, it was the outside of Mario 3, which came with my original NES. Mega Man 5 was the first game that I purchased, just outright purchased. So this one will always have this special little place in my video game heart and history. Because, I mean, come on. You can't beat a side-scrolling platformer. Didn't start gaming until PlayStation. Oh, wow. Do you care if I ask your age then? Or was it just a matter of gaming just wasn't a thing for you until that point? There we go. We'll try this in order of weakness. Dabbled on Super Nintendo before PlayStation, and Mario was more my thing. Yeah. Well, and I mean, Mario was on top back then too. Like, could do no wrong with Mario. Not to mention, like, I give Mega Man credit because yes, it did kind of have a host of some characters like the Rush Dog and everything, but at the same time, like, Mario had a little bit more, like, lovable characters in there. Like, even their enemies were more well-known. Like, you had Bullet Bill and the Koopa Troopers, and, like, all that stuff. Mario had a lot going for it, all the right ways. Oops. 23, just kind of missed out on the N64 and some of the bigger titles around that. Yep. Yeah, like, I never actually owned the 64 in its heyday. Like, I wound up getting it much, much later. I think I found mine on Junk Day, which, I know that's not like a national thing or anything. It's kind of like, my town does like a little spring cleanup day where you can put just about like anything on the curb, and like the city will come get it, take it away, haul it away for you, so long as it's not like a huge appliance that can't be lifted by like 2 people. Everything, they'll come get it. Granted, they've put more restrictions on it in recent years, but it doesn't stop people from setting out all manner of things anyways, because they know full well people will just take them. And actually, like, like I said, even though I didn't actually own an N64 in its heyday, like, probably one of my favorite games to date was on the N64. That would have been the OG Smash Brothers. It was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. What would you consider to be your absolute favorite game? There we go, got that E. Shoot. Bang. I'm always kind of curious what everybody's like favorite game was. Smash Bros is awesome. I love playing it casually. Kind of loses the fun. I kind of have to agree with that. Only because, like, whenever I watch, like, pro level stuff, like, all they do is, you know, like straight up skill. Which I get at a pro level. I really do. Like, it should be about what one person can do versus the other. But at the same time, like, part of what makes Smash Brothers fun for me is its unpredictability when you throw in the items. And, like, nobody in pro does that to what I've seen. And I was just telling Haley this the other day. I played Smash Brothers so much. Leo is my last name. He's another streamer and personal friend of mine. We actually made it our goal to set the handicap of the 2 AI players to 9 and put ourselves at 1, which made it incredibly easy for us to get thrown off screen. Like, pretty much if you got thrown more than once, and even sometimes, like, even just once, you were a goner. You would lose a life. And we set our stock at, like, 5 lives. And we made it our goal to beat every character combination at every level. Not just play, beat. And we did eventually meet that goal. It took us from September until June of that same year to accomplish, but we finally did do it. And, like, I look at, like, I didn't even realize at the time, like, the pro circuit was a thing. But, like, I look back and I'm like, man, even having done that, we were still not at that level. But we had items thrown in as well. Super Nintendo. Fighter plane game? Neato. Sort of attack helicopter game. They were all cool. Yeah. There was so much to like about games back in the day. And, like, I don't know, to me, like, I almost seem like I would play more obscure games. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have died right there. I just don't remember the names of any of them. Yeah. Bomberman. Bomberman was always one of those things where, like, I thought it was neat, but I was never any good at it. And it seemed like my friend was always playing it. But Bomberman was a good one. And that was one where that franchise, although I don't think it's had, like, a big significant title in recent years, like, that franchise has continued to, I don't know, at least, like, survive throughout the years. Like, you still hear about it occasionally. Granted, I have no idea how long it's been since they've actually released a title. Wave Man is your weakness, I think. Trying to remember the order of weakness. I think it's Starman. Pretty sure. Trippy space level. Oh, missed that one. I'm trying to remember, like, some of my other favorite Nintendo games from back in the day. I actually really enjoyed, there's a game called Dodgeball, Super Dodgeball, which I always thought was, like, greatest thing since sliced bread on just the original Nintendo and everything. I played a lot of that. At some point, I'm definitely gonna have to get to that game on stream just to go through it and beat it and kind of say, yep, we've covered that one. Oh. There we go. Looks like I'm on top of my game today. How about that? Oops. Staring at the chat, getting hurt. I'm trying to remember some of the other good titles. My babysitter used to have a game called Baseball Stars. I want to say it was by Tecmo. But that one was really fun just because it was a little bit different. I don't know that it was the most popular baseball game out there, but like you could make your own team and you could trade players on the team, and you could kind of like train them and upgrade their abilities a little bit. So it was kind of neat just in the fact that like you didn't have to play with like just a set team. I mean, you could if you wanted to, because, like, at least some of them, like, the American All-Stars, they were, like, ridiculously good stats. But you could have, like, a league going and go up against, like, all the teams in the league. Earn more cash, do all sorts of things. The environment is so detailed, but Mega Man is so simple. It's just 2 shades of blue. Yeah, actually, a good YouTube deal to check out at some point. What do they call it? If you've ever heard of You Think You Know Gaming, they have like at least one for Mega Man that they talk about, like kind of some of that. Like at the time it was a little bit of like limitations of color palette. Like they wanted to be able to have better performance, so they limited his color palette on purpose so that they could spare the resources in other areas. I just thought that was pretty cool to learn. But you get quite a bit of information off of that YouTube channel. Kind of in about the same way that like Mario's mustache was more so the character itself would stand out and be more distinct. Like it made his nose kind of pop a little bit more, and he had the cap on. If you've never heard of it, definitely go check out You Think You Know Gaming. They have a lot of different videos up by now. This was always one of the funner levels to play in this place, a little bit trippy. I would imagine this would have been one of those levels that just made developers have a really fun time. That kind of gaming history, yeah, absolutely. They've covered a lot of stuff, any like specific game titles and franchises to like console specific stuff. Excuse me, I had to mute the mic and cough. I don't know why, I just don't like coughing on stream if I can avoid it. For some reason it seems rude, even though I don't think anybody would call me out on it. So 23 then, like you doing anything specific? You're doing like the college thing right now? Always kind of interested to learn more about people that come. Join me here in the chat. Yay, we didn't die there. Climbing down a ladder backwards. I love it. Let's see if we can just wipe them out without dying. Woohoo! Got him. Graduate college with a bachelor's in fine arts. Nice. Production assistant. Ticket agent for a local ferry company. Cool. Like, I always feel like astounded by like hearing other people's work history, because I feel like I'm like kind of a dying breed where like I have a lot of like job loyalty. Like I've got a ton of people even in my own generation that like they've had like 10 different jobs, 15 jobs by now, and like I've only ever had 2. I worked for a local grocery chain, and now I'm working for a local company that manufactures radiators. I'm doing their CAD work. So yeah, it's always interesting to hear like what other people have gotten to do. Like I like the fact that I've only had the 2 jobs, because I mean, especially right now, like my current job, they're treating me very well and everything, and they've allowed me and my family to have a lot of good opportunities and things like that. And I'm always home for like nights and weekends and stuff. Just can't beat that for being a family guy. Do any of the family thing yourself? Significant other? Kids? Any of that stuff? I say it as though it's like a hobby. Man, they're just dropping lives all over the place. Yeah, I have the sense of job loyalty too. Gonna do this very thing probably 2 years before I try going back to film/TV. Single, woo. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I love my family, and like it suits me quite well, really. Like, I like being a dad. Like, there are definitely times where it is annoying as all get out, and they're just trying to be stubborn and push your buttons, and you know that you just have to Like, even though you just want to strangle the daylights out of them just for being frustrating, and you know that you can't, it's still one of those deals where, you know, you wouldn't trade it, like, once you have it. It's a good gig. But yeah, even in spite of that, like, stay single. Single's a good way to be for quite a while. There's just small things about being single that I miss. Like the ability to just, and not necessarily single, like things that I miss about being not a parent. Like the ability to just, no, I just want to go somewhere on a whim and not have to worry about other responsibilities and things that I am or am not getting done at home. That sort of stuff. Ooh, barely beat him. I get that. I love to be a dad too, but around my neck. But yeah, I would imagine around there it probably would be. Love to be a dad too. I think that kind of kills your gender ambiguity, though. One can speculate. Yeah. Like, I think it'd be neat to see New York City at some point. I've never been up that way, or over that way. I'm from the Midwest here in Iowa. Nothing but horizon over here. That's alright though. I love it. Like, I just like how calm it is. It's peaceful. Like, I'm sure comparatively, yeah, you're sacrificing a lot in terms of, like, yes, things you can go do, but at the same time, like, I know full well that a lot of people that live over there anyways, like, even though there's a ton to do, the cost of living is way more expensive to the point where even if there is stuff to do, you can't afford to go do it all the time anyways, so. But on the plus side, you don't have to drive anywhere once you can't afford it. I'd like to be a mother. Have that ambiguity back intact. Should have shot him right there. There we go. I guess being in New York, like, what's your favorite thing to do then? Like, in terms of, like, going out or just, like, since I never grew up in that area, like, what do people do for fun other than clubbing? Because, like, I get that. Like, that's kind of going to bars and all that, that's kind of universal. Granted, there's probably, like, way better clubs out there, obviously, but like, that seems like the easy go-to. What else could say? live an hour away. Gives me some peace and quiet. Nice. So, like, even being an hour away, does it still seem pretty... Ah, oh, totally missed that bee right there. I'm kicking myself now. Maybe I should just die. I don't want to have to come back. Oops! Died! That's a shame. Sporting events, yeah. That's one thing, like, I kind of wish that we had. Like, I get that our population density doesn't exactly support it in the best way, but, like, I wish Iowa had, like, an NFL team. If nothing more, just to get behind them, you know? Have that, like, sporting camaraderie thing going on. Granted, we got 2 college teams that the state loves to death and everything, but still, not quite the same. Closest thing we got is the Vikings, and nah. Like 20-mile area, yeah. So did you always grow up there, or did you move there? You've got crystal eye. Sounds like some sort of eye crusting problem. Born in the city, grew up in Jersey. Neat. Home place of Kevin Smith. Listen to a lot of his podcasts, so I get to hear occasionally about growing up in Jersey and things like that, but darn tigers. Like, I always feel like I have no idea what, like, the whole rest of the state is like, because all I can picture in my head when I think of New York is, like Times Square and, like, the images of, like, Brooklyn and stuff that you see in all sorts of various TV shows and movies and stuff, but, like, what's the rest of the state, like, look like? Just, like, general topography and landscape. Like, obviously here in Iowa, we have tons of field, corns, beans, etc. Quite a few wooded areas. People like to go mushroom hunting, like when the season is right. Like, I just get the feeling I have a, like, grossly misinformed idea of, like, what those whole, like, states are like. Corn? Yeah. Yeah, we're decent fans of Art Colony here. Although, from what I understand, even though like Iowa's kind of known for it, like supposedly Nebraska actually does grow more than we do. Like last I knew. Yeah, I figured that was coming. So, did you grow up with like any siblings or just you? Only child myself. I have an older, more successful sister. Yeah, I'm sure that part always kind of sucks at family reunions and stuff like that. Like, oh, how you doing? Great, super. Yeah, I guess I kind of. Although I find it in other places, like some of my cousins and stuff. They're probably a bit more successful than me, but I don't mind that part. It's my life, and it's the only one that I got, so if it's good enough for me, it doesn't need to be good enough for anybody else. Sort of. I got kids to take care of now, but, you know. So do you hang out around in, like, Trinity's channel as well? I know I've seen you from around. I just feel like lately I've gotten so tired about every time that I go on, like I just spend a ton of time lurking. I feel bad sometimes that I'm not getting to know more people that are in the chat room. Fortnite? Alright. Best of luck to you then. Didn't tell me you were streaming. Yes, I am streaming. Should check out Discord more. I had that thing going around all over the place. How is it going tonight, Haley? Oops. fine, I'll just use the rush coil. And fail at the rush coil. Grr. If you want to, Haley, you could jump in Discord in my Discord channel. I'm in one of the chat things. You could chat with me if you wanted. Entirely up to you. Yeah, I better check the rest chat. But even if you don't, how was your night? Or is your night? Aw, lame. I'm trying to get Arc to work. Yeah. That can be a chore some days. I swear half of me doing Arc is waiting for, like, another update to download. I don't know that I've ever went to go play Arc and not have it tell me that, like, oh, we just finished installing an update. Yeah, I'm sure you did. Arc and its daily updates. Arc, still playing Fortnite? Nah, I totally understand. That's one of those that I need to like, try it out a little bit some more. I just have not bothered to take the time to actually do it. See if I can make this work today. BRB, yep, sure thing. Never mind you, I'm going through the gate. I think that you... Shoot. Pour on the salt. I don't think he's as susceptible to that as I had previously suspected. We're gonna try napalm. Good old napalm. Nope, totally not it. Peace down. Equally as bad. Weirdo wave. Yeah. Even as a W. Yeah, we are not losing again. Go weirdo wave. Yay! Success is mine! Today's success is brought to you by Admiral Incorporated. Insert slogan here. You know, I have had a fake corporation for years. Head non-incorporated. Like, just for the fun of, like, saying it for, you know, just pretensies and everything. But, like, I have never bothered to come up with a slogan for Head non-incorporated. Seems like somewhat of a flaw. Gonna put the skills to the test right here. Totally worth it? Maybe. It did take me back awful far. Good old RC Cola. Sounds like the wind's really picking up out there tonight. Actually wasn't too bad today for Iowa weather, being what it be. Well, poo. That won't do. More rush coil. You know, I keep meaning to see if the triggers or bumpers don't switch me out. You beady bird. Oh my. Ended up 17 overall, but it's okay because friends are coming to join me. Yes, friends. Friends are always better. Like my slogan pretty much says at the end of it. Well, I don't know that it's fine. It's a slogan, it's my tagline, but like gamers play what we play, not for game over, rather for what we take away. Like it's always better with friends. It just makes it more of an experience. Let's rejuvenate some of that energy. Maybe in the W wave. Weirdo wave. And trust me, 17 is way better than any of the 2 times that I've actually played where I got, let's see, what did I get? I got a whopping, like, I might not have been the first death. Might not have. I don't know, I can't confirm that. I'm in need of some practice, we'll say. Great, I got the tiger on me. Door, please, yes, door, door, door. It's the gray one. Weirdo wave? No. Was this the one that used the kick? No, not at all. Napalm? I should really use purple and gold color scheme for more stuff. It looks really good. Heralding back to like Looney Tunes, Space Jam, Daffy Duck. I'm partial to purple and gold myself. Yes, please bear with my horrible impressions. I don't even know that this is a weakness, but we're using it anyways. Definitely using it. It is gone. That's alright. Yeah, that noise. Not cool. Oh, that'll wow the crowd. Please, crowd, be wowed. That took some upper tier skill. Now. Thank you, Rush Coil. Loyal dog. Robot's best friend. I could totally use that energy for... Oh, darn it. Could have used that for stuff. Could use that for stuff. At some point here, those stupid rockets are gonna come. Maybe not. Thought they were. Totally expected him to pop up out of the ground and ruin my day. How disappointing. Maybe that's the word. Just quick. Yay! Nintendo Era 124, welcome, sir. Or ma'am, as I've stated always. I've always thought Rockman to be a much better name than Mega Man. How so? Or at least, why? Like, does like rock mean something that I'm unfamiliar with in Japanese or something? Like I could see maybe just like a general disdain for just like amping up something's name by giving it something like Mega or Ultra in front of it, but at the same time, like, he's a robot. What does the word rock necessarily have to do with anything? Oh shoot. Yep, totally earned that. By the way, I totally dig that screen name. If reasons weren't obvious enough, anyways. Just sound a little cheesy superhero. More anime? Yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah. Actually, I do kind of think it was neat that Mega Man even survived to have like a couple of different cartoons out of the deal. Like one more like Americanized and one definitely in that a little bit more anime style. Can't say that either one was necessarily like absolutely fantastic entertainment, but even so. But I swear almost everything was getting like its own TV show back in the day. Like, everybody remember like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show? Yeah. That was something. But at the same time, like, I would geek out about that all the time as a kid just because, like, oh my god, video games are like a thing on TV. They're giving me exactly what I want. Oh, purple one. Oh yeah, he puts me in that little stasis bubble. First line. Yep. Tried and true. What else should I try here? May as well. This would almost make a little bit of sense. If it worked. Although easier to hit him with. I don't know that it's doing me a lot of good. Okay, that part's handy. Dang it. More salt, please. More salt. Oh, shoot. I'm not liking this dude. Like, at all. Now I have to go through that fun stage all over again. Oh well. Gives me more time to spend with you fine folks here. And I get full health. Not really health. Weaponry. So Nintendo, like, any favorite titles? Since obviously your namesake. Like, I was always partial to Mega Man's, but like, you know, it's not like Mega Man was the only great game on Nintendo. Certainly love to hear whatever you have to geek out about. Talking earlier. Some of my other ones, Super Dodgeball. I'm gonna have to get on here and play that at some point. I don't know that I'm familiar with the other one. And obviously I have to ask, like, which Mega Man or Rockman was your favorite? Mega Man and bass. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, actually, that's one thing that I really, really need to do, is get playing Mega Man 7. I have never actually gone through and beaten it. Although I never owned like a Super Nintendo in its heyday either, so there's kind of a reason for that. Haven't played much of the X series, only X4 on Saturn so far. I would say yay X4 because I love X4, because who doesn't love playing Zero? Not sure how I would feel about it on the Saturn though. Like, don't get me wrong, I played the Saturn and thought it was an okay system. But, like, it didn't exactly compare when, like, compared to the PlayStation. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just energy up now so I don't risk death. There we go. That's better. Least favorite of the classic series, the physics just feel off. I totally get that. I'm like, that's one thing that I almost absolutely like can't stand about like some of these games that have tried to do remakes throughout the years, especially for the Sonic stuff. Like, Sonic has had so many iterations, and that's bad enough. But like, even in like Sonic Generations, like, they had the old classic play of Sonic, and it just didn't feel right. The physics weren't the same. Excuse me, taking a drink of water. That's why I'm almost fearful. Have you seen the release trailer? Not the release trailer. The teaser trailer for Mega Man 11. Like, I'm just extremely worried that they're going to... No, Proto Man, why? That they're just going to try and give it a nice looking polish, but in the process, like, wind up screwing it up and making it just play awful. The program. Famicom games. See, is a good sign. Well, oh boy, that's embarrassing. The risks of looking at chat while you're video gaming. Yeah, like, I don't know how you felt about it, but like, even Mega Man 9 and 10, like, I didn't particularly care for. Although I didn't care for it only because, like, I was bummed out that, like, Mega Man doesn't have, like, an incredibly huge, like, basic skill set. And ever since number 3, he has had the slide. And ever since number 4, he's had the Mega Buster. Or, yeah, Mega Buster. And in number 9 and 10, they took that out. That seemed like a backwards move to me. Like, I know why they did it, because they're really jazzed about trying to... Oh, we're gonna make it feel like number 2, the one that everybody loved. And is, like, widely kind of considered, like, the best one. I don't know that I would agree. I'm a number 3 guy. Like, I like the introduction of Rush. Loved it. Worry about 11 is that, it's casual mode, no 10. It's way too... Worry about its target audience. Yeah. I mean, do they only have the casual mode though, or do they have like a actual hard mode? Because, like, I don't mind something like a casual mode, provided that, like, they kind of have something for everybody, you know? In some regards, like, yeah, it kind of helps people up their game in terms of being able to play and beat a game if they have, like, an easy hard sort of thing, but at the same time, like, I could see being a kid and just kind of getting frustrated if, like, you grind and grind and, like, absolutely can't get it done. In descending order. Tie between 1 and 3. A hardcore mode. Yeah, and, like, maybe that would be a little bit more enjoyable for, like, the hardcore, die-hard Mega Man fans. Yeah, I like the fact that, like, number 1 started it all, but at the same time, like, there's something about the physics to it that are just different than all the rest of them, too. Like, it almost feels a little clunkier. Yeah, I'm not taking the risk. I don't want to do this level again. Probably could have got him. Ooh, he'd have gotten me first. Decent call. This is why I couldn't be a speedrunner or anything like that. Like, I'm not that good. So do you stream Nintendo? You've done well, Mega Man. I never expected you to... Oop, should have started reading sooner. Oh well. Heavier in regards to jumps, but it never really bothered me. Yeah. Like, I always thought, like, it just seemed like even when you were walking, there was a slight amount of delay between, like, when you would try to stop and it actually stopped for number 1. I'd like to stream obscure Mario games sometimes. If I can ever get it set up. Yeah. I will say streaming, like, it's not exactly the easiest thing to just jump straight into. Like, there is like a small amount of learning curve. Hey, Tagless. I am not... That question was for me. Oh, you're not a streamer? Streamer, Tagless? Like, no, I had initially directed it towards, Nintendo, but... Oh, shoot. Punished. But it's a decent question for anybody that comes in here, really. Because, yeah, if you're willing to come in here and chat with me and, like, see what I'm doing, I'm more than willing to stop by sometime and see what any of all of you guys have going on. Especially when it's games that parallel my own enjoyment. Like, what kind of obscure Mega Man or obscure Mario games? Nintendo era. Like, I know I've seen a few, but not a lot of them. Finally give it some positive attention. Yeah. I love positive attention. Ooh. Doing any better in Fortnite, Tagless, or did you stop? That's alright, guys. We're gonna get through this. My squad has been killed both times. I'm the lone survivor. Nice. Receiving a ROM for help dump within a couple of weeks. About it's that's now in the dumper's hands. I feel like I'm missing out on some like important terminology there. Honestly, I think that's one of the things about Twitch that's hard to get used to in the beginning, just getting used to all this new terminology when you're not used to being here. Extracting its ROM. Thank you. Always up for a terminology lesson. So did you say you helped do the code for it? Right, this is... Spread the word. Here's the money. Buy it and dump it. Some funds myself. Nice. So yeah, you're sounds like you're kind of all in on this thing. I feel like I'm getting a little cheated on the hitboxes on this one. Sorry, a little concentrated and ignoring the chat. Not good to do. Don't want to ignore chat. Love chat. So are you primarily like just like retro gaming, or do you enjoy like more modern stuff as well, like current gen? And well, I guess there's a pretty big gap in between there. Any of them. Like mine kind of just spans quite a bit. I've had a lot of favorites throughout the years. Yeah, you go get him, Beady Bird. Alright, time to put away Beady Bird. That's one of those things. I always feel like I underutilize the other weapons during the whole rest of the stage. I'll take it. I mainly play 2D platformers. Smaller indies. Just had more effort put into them. Yeah, I'll agree with that on some extent. I never got too much into indies because I just I like more polish. Like that's part of what I really liked about Mega Man to begin with. Like right from the get-go. I mean, it always looked like it was well done. Really. Little tiny thing. I never really used the weapons besides bosses myself. Yeah. Can't get it done with the Buster, just go home. Needing to use entirely too many of those. Woo bagel indeed. Unfortunately, I don't actually have a second monitor up, so I always have to take a minute to see who actually triggers those. Nintendo era. I figured as much, but thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Every little bit makes it so worth it. And I enjoy having you here. Because let's face it, I could be doing this by myself. But it is so much more enjoyable to be out here doing it with people. Oh, shoot. There we go. That's better. Gone into a shootout with two opposing players. I did. Aw. That's unfortunate. Well, welcome back, though, Tagless. Hey, you're doing far better than I'd be doing if I turned it on and started playing right now, so... Ooh. Darn it. I am getting into shootouts right here and losing. Which I shouldn't be. I suck right now. That's okay. We'll do better. I think. Maybe. Possibly. Probably not. Work on YouTube. Come back later if it's still on. Alright, well thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Come back anytime. Be happy to have you. I am doing horrible tonight. That's okay. I haven't played number 5 in a long time. Starman. Use crystal eye. Very nice, very nice. Almost through the end of the game, people. I appreciate you guys sticking out with me and seeing this one through to the end with me. Or at least some of you, I guess. And even got another follower out of the deal. Life is good. Cannot go wrong. At least this Wily boss always seemed fairly simple, provided you didn't screw up your jump timing. Rockman World 2, Game Boy Light in a single night. Nice. Yeah, I think I had a copy of I think it was just regular whichever the original Mega Man was for the Game Boy. Had a copy of that for the Game Boy Pocket. I never had like the obnoxiously huge like original Game Boy. Like, and that's even one of those, like, even though it was kind of amazing in all of its monochromatic glory, like, I just didn't do a whole bunch of, like, on-the-go gaming. Not until, like, Pokemon became a thing and everything, because, yeah, when that first came out, I was in, like, 6th or 7th grade, and, like, that was just practically the end-all be-all. So I had that. I had Pokemon Blue, had a copy of Mega Man and Tetris, and Pokemon Pinball. There's a title for you. Oh, shoot. I was not expecting to die that quick. Figured I could take one hit. Perfect. Those weird robots remind you of the that guard robot from RoboCop. I hated that thing when I was a kid. There's something about it, just like the smoothless, like, or the smooth, like, shape of the front of it. I don't know, something about it, just menacing. Yeah, we are getting through this. Does Gyro do anything against his form? Oh boy. Well, now that just feels like a waste. Nothing. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and die. That's fine. If we gotta continue, we gotta continue. Just finish this up and complete our journey. Not even bother if I'm out this far. One and one, huh? May as well see if he's got a decent weakness out of this then. That ain't it. Found it. And I tell you what, I do not feel like getting blasted again, so we're gonna cheat. I'll take it. Well, it's cheap, but it works. See if we can get away with P-Stone. Nope. Unless that was a fluke. Yeah. Well, this is pretty much it. I think we're pretty all out on this one. Oh, I thought I could fire that up. Well, that sucks. Just gonna have to be lucky. Great. It's gonna go spectacularly bad. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Given that Wonder's Wand doesn't have a true D-pad. Huh. I could say that I knew what you're talking about, but I really honestly don't. And death. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this just to get a shot on him. Well, unfortunately, I am kind of running to the end of my time. WGS was a Japan-only handheld. This is a sequel. Cool. Yeah, I was gonna say if you're ever streaming those, you should drop me a whisper or something in chat so I can come check those out. I'll try and check you out anyways, but unfortunately I'm kind of hitting the end of my day, so I want to thank everybody for coming, being in here, chatting with me, helping make this an experience, and getting a couple more followers and getting us closer to that 50 goal that we're shooting for. I appreciate it deeply, deeply. And as heard in Danny Weissman's song, Lordy, now I'm even forgetting my facts here. The world is saved. There we go. Now it's coming to my brain. The world is saved by Danny Weissner. At the end of it all, gamers play what we play, not for game over, but rather for what we take away. And this has been a night to take away. Thank you guys for being here. It really, really makes me happy. Makes me smile right down to my toes. Have a good night. When will next stream be? Honestly, I don't even know yet. I've got wife, 2 kids, and everything, and some nights by the time I'm able to actually get to a point where I could stream without having young kids bombard with like loud annoying sounds, like some days I'm just absolutely pooped, and I'd rather be a watcher than a content maker some days. But I mean, when you hit your follow, just have those notifications on, and if you see me, definitely feel free to stop back and join the chat a little bit more. Hopefully next time you can be chatting with even more people. Never know. So anyways, have a good night. Actually, one other bit that I never seem to remember, but I'm remembering it tonight. And I actually want to do it. Want to raid. I never raid. I need to raid more. And it's one of those things that I never get it done. And I think it's important. So let's take a quick gander, see who's actually on here and who's doing what. It's like Gaming with Nighthawk doing Railway Empire. Leo is my last name and 7 Days to Die. Let's see. I think I will. I gotta go to my channel, don't I? So, let's see here. We're gonna go raid Leo is my last name. Because he is one of my oldest and dearest friends, and it does my heart good to help him out. And he could use the follows and everything. Stop in there. He's been trying to make his stream steadily better, just like myself. So stop in there, give him some love, throw up something, let him know that you're here for an A32 raid.
Edna! What's going on? He's raiding. I've never had a raid. That's amazing. Oh, let me double check here. Let me throw myself into Discord there. There we go. I'm in Discord now. Did I seriously just lose my power?
Greetings, sir.
Oh boy. I lost my sound.